If you're doing anything, in other words, if we just plug in Coach Mark's definition there, which I think is a good one. If anything we do that's outside of what we need to do to get where we want to go is an action fake. That's kind of heavy.
Say that again.
Anything we do that's outside of what we need to do to get where we want to go is an action fake. Yeah. That's some heavy advice, because if I were to go, I think there's two problems we find here. Number one, we don't know what we want, right? We don't know where we're going. We haven't really thought it through. And so we don't know where we're going. And then the second issue is we don't really acknowledge where we are. And thirdly, we don't lay out the plan to get where we want to go. And I'm going to help you with a plan here in just a minute. It's not going to take a long time, but I'm going to lay out a little plan for you if you want the plan. I'm going to show you what is in the critical path. So we got to do the critical path. We got to know what the critical path is, because that's where we want to put our feet. Let's talk about the critical path. If I want to make money in real estate and I want to quit my job, we talked last week about knowing what the score is. That means what your expenses are and what your freedom number is. Well, this week I want to add on to that, and I want to say, now, what is the critical path? What are the things that you need to do to accomplish those numbers? Okay, business is numbers. So what business do we need to do to get to these numbers? Well, we need to do real estate. That's why we're here. Okay, so how do we get to our first deal, our next deal? It's very, very simple. It's all mathematics. It's just arithmetic. Very basic math. Okay, but in the I take over house payments business, which, by the way, could be subject to, it doesn't have to be lease options. I take over house payments. For that particular business, you guys have heard me 30 to 80 to 1, somewhere in that range. Okay, all right. So if we are in that range, if that is the score of how to get a deal, is for every 30 to 80 motivated seller leads. That means when you follow the system that I prescribe and you do the texting and you get responses back that are of a yes or a maybe nature, every 30 to 80 of those should be someone you could, if you were using your skills, you could get them to sign. So, and here's one of the things I've been loving to say lately, and I don't mean to sound arrogant or anything, but God bless us all. They're saying yes on the text message before we get on the phone with them. Like, we have to do quite a bit of convincing to convince some of these people not to do deals with us. It's crazy because they're already saying yes. Now, I also...